a short commercial break, and the answer is no! We're not. Emma Handy versus Noam Zimet. Noam has won one of our championship qualifiers. He did it with Bant Ramp. Actually, an event that I had the pleasure of covering alongside with you and many others. So, actually, no, excuse me. I was in Nick Miller's role that weekend that Noam won. So I got to do the winner's interview with Noam, who did win with Bant Ramp, now playing Sultai Ramp. Noam, during his winner's interview, he said, normally I play the less powerful deck that has sweet interactions. And then he said, when I was playing Bant Ramp, it's like I just wanted to try playing all the powerful cards and see how it went. And he started 0-1 and then won every other match afterward. And he said, playing powerful cards is pretty good.
It has its appeal. It's not for me, but...
It's not for me either.
Not for me.
You're talking to the wrong people here about playing powerful cards.
Well, I get it.
I mean, it depends on your definition of powerful. Like, for me, Barkai Troll, it's completely unreasonable.
For me, doing things on the first turn.
I see. I see. So
we got
Emma Handy, our partner here, of course, in the commentary booth on Rakdos Knights against Sultai Ramp. Gutter Bones is going to kick things off. You see the hand here with Knight of the Ebon Legion, a Black Lance Paragon, the Stormfish Crusader, Drill Bit, and a Blood Grip. I gotta say, of all these cards in hand here for Emma, if I'm thinking about just you, partner, I mean, back in the day, and still possibly today, Stormfish Crusader seems like it would be just right up add Zirda to hand.
Yes.
Obviously, Dilkshire's supposed to play Burrow.
Giving me more cheap stuff to work with
first,
and you're going to die.
And then activate the Dark
extra cards.
What a gigantic error. I'm not saying it's like your invitational card or anything like that, but I mean, this just seems like a card that you would just happly cast. Dilk's going to get a Swamp and a Forest. I'm going to kill you before you do all this stuff. Get the Swamp to
draw a card.
Play a Forest off the Cultivate. Cycle Go for Blood. Okay, so let's see here. Slater.
You're not going to have the time.
Yeah. Wizard in hand, and then 2 copies of Zenith Flare. These Zenith Flares are for 5 right now. That might give you some time.
Well, whatever. I mean, you had your best card.
So if you're Slater, you probably just want to figure out how you can deal the most damage you can with these creatures because they're just likely not long for this world.
I mean, you can cycle the Flourishing Fox and then make a call about whether you want to cast Memory Leak or cycle it based on whatever you draw.
Oh, we're just going to cast Memory Leak. You don't see this every day. I believe.
I mean, it is a dimension of the deck. It doesn't come up all the time. You're normally just cycling.
I would be shocked.
You know, sometimes you are in the market for coercion versus no blockers.
Cycle? Oh, the big turtle. Forgot that card was legal. Miss it a little bit. With Spectacle. Let's take a little Passage. Burrow, Extinction Event,
So
Nissa,
we play this.
I mean, extremely. What do we do? We sack this and just casualties it up?
I think you gotta get rid of Extinction Event here. You get a Stone Rain. I think your follow-up turn.
Oh, you bet you do. Stone Rain's not bad here.
No, it's not. Keep
banging.
Because the way it's rolled up now is that Claudel just has Zenith Flare, even if you answer the board. So you need him to be off of mana for a period of time.
Land. And that means that you have to Extinction Event for odd, right? That's basically what you're saying. It's like, if you're going to play Extinction Event this turn, it's got to be for odd mana, which means I get to keep my Stormfish Crusader. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess my perspective is the Nissa here is not that awesome the next turn. When you have
a
Paragon to... I mean, your Knight already threatens it for lethal.
Alright, so here's casualties. Let's light them up. Bang, bang.
Your 2-drop, I don't know. Is Dilk's
I guess the problem I have with moving this around is like my opponent is almost surely going to get to. Oh, you didn't know that? And assuming they get to untap with it, I feel like I'm just overpowered and going to lose. Yeah, I knew that because 6 loyalty is just so much.
Dude, he's the best. He is the best.
Tournament Grounds. Tournament Grounds is an interesting card. Obviously, a really, really good mana fixer.
How about a discard strategy?
Else? I thought it would see more play.
Right,
it's obviously very specific in what it does.
Right, are we just dead? I mean, you had to be kind of in from 3-color territory to justify it.
Yeah.
Because if you're only playing 2
this
colors,
is going to be for 8.
There's a bunch of other lands
the attack for 2 should finish
are more reliable, even if you're doing a Knight's thing. If
so
all his hand is like these kind of awful expensive planeswalkers, he gets to pick 1 a turn to play.
Yeah. All right, we out. He wanted to get some information out the door.
All
right, Dilk's down 1, 4-color cycling. It didn't even do anything special. I mean, Zenith Flare is powerful.
Yeah, no, tactically. But most of the times I've encountered that card, it's been in 3-color shells.
Yo, SCG Premium, we're both on the graphic, and I write again now. 13-16 life total.
Yeah. All right, so let's go through this.
We know some of the contents.
If you become an Star City Games Premium member, it's just $7.99 a month.
That's
you
good.
get a bunch of benefits, access to exclusive content, including Sheldon Memory, Emma Handy, Paulo Vitor Damarosa, Jerry Thompson, Cedric Phillips.
Are there enough cards in the graveyard to get Uro back?
Of Magic's best writers.
The mana requirements are there. Green, green, blue.
Video.
All right, big fella's back. This seems like a hard game to win now.
Yes.
That's what I would say.
I mean, any line that Handy takes, I think, with that drill bit's going to be problematic because there's just a lot of different pressures on her to win the game quickly before getting overwhelmed by making land drops into Ugin or just attritioning out and Uro taking the game over. Would have required a really specific sequence of cards.
Well, here come the knuckleheads, but this is kind of like the dream scenario in some respects for Uro, because Uro is the kind of card right now. It's the kind of card that just kind of looms over battlefields like this, and it's just better than everything that's going on.
Yep. Too much on defense, too much on offense.
Big fella coming in. Can't say there's a good block to be had. You'd rather have your Knight of the Appalachian on the battlefield as opposed to trading with Uro, so.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta ask, what's my most likely way to win if Noam's hand is nothing but lands? And I think it's just keep as much of your battlefield intact as possible. Maybe some sort of backdoor Embercleave combo.
Oh boy.
Probably off the table now.
Yeah. I would say that's the case. We got ourselves that ramp deck flexing its muscles right now. Well, hang on. New card coming. Maybe.
Get a fresh look at it.
Oh yeah, love a good fresh look. Castle Lockbane, obviously a powerful card, but that's not what this. For me, it's like that's not what these aggro decks. They can't afford to go long against this kind of deck, right? You know, like even the fact that you get another card, obviously it's nice and it's a bonus, but if you're getting into the late game against a deck like this, and even drawing a Rotting Regisaur, which is like a 7/6, a Hydroid Crisis Row, they just laugh that off.
It's just what's the opportunity cost of a castle versus a swamp? Like, even if it comes up infrequently or it's not good all the time, it can still be fine to play if it's not costing you very much. I don't have a sense of what that opportunity cost looks like, but
yeah.
You know, there are times where it doesn't come up all that often, but it doesn't cost me anything to play either. So why not have one or whatever?
Beatdowns.
I'm guessing the opportunity cost is a little bit higher here because the deck's trying to curve out, and there's already cards like Tournament Grounds that cause it to not come to enter the battlefield untapped. But
well, excuse me? Mass manipulation? All right. All right. It's definitely a rub-ins.
Okay,
so I see where we're starting to get to in this metagame, right? If we're seeing players play a main deck card like Mass Manipulation, to me that's, hey,
it's pelt collection time. Time to start collecting some pelts.
Oh, well, I've been collecting pelts I've collected so many pelts the past couple of days, but if people are if people are doing that, you know, obviously it's the Sultai Mirror that people are putting the onus on, which makes sense given its performance in the events last weekend, both on the SCG Tour Online and the Red Bull International Qualifier. I mean, you're doing that nonsense. It's time to get people dead, yo.
Yes, I mean it's never not, but
again, you're not wrong. No. As an aggro player, mass manipulation. You kidding me with that? Not only is it an expensive control magic, it's hard to cast.
Yeah.
But either way, it works out.
Look at these lands. We got 4 overgrown tombs and 4 breeding pools and 4 water graves or whatever and a bunch of triomes. You're telling me you can't figure out a way to 1, 2, 3 these people?
Oh, dude, you can. It's not hard. Look, you need to live the mono green dream for just a little bit. I think you'll enjoy it.
I sold my questing beasts online.
Well, that was a mistake.
Can't get them back.
Emma going to do a little bit of sideboarding here. Not the best draw for Emma in that first game, to be fair, with regards to power level, because there are some much more powerful cards in her deck. So we'll see if she's able to draw some of those. I understand for Noam where it's kind of like, now he's addicted to the powerful cards now. I see what's happening here. You get one taste.
You'll get over that. Don't worry.
Yeah, you get one taste of what it's like to win a tournament when you have Growth Spiral and Teferi and all these busted cards, and now you just get addicted to it. I see it all the time.
Yeah, well, I think Emma is just going to just absolutely rinse this game. Look at that hand. That hand's not even that good, and I think that she is going to rinse this game.
I predict Emma does not ever draw another red source for the Embercleave. That's where I'm at.
I predict that Emma does not need the Embercleave. just discard the Regisaur if it doesn't break the right way. Who cares?
All right. Is there a removal spell here? Take care of that Crusader, perhaps? Eliminate or Heartless Act? Or Legion's End? They all work.
Yep. All right. Have you ever heard of Regisaur Castle Lockbane?
Combo deck.
That's a combo deck. Kind of. Then you never get to your main phase with a card in hand, but it feels like it feels like it's doing something. Yeah.
Yeah, big fella. Dinosaur. Well, that'll put you to the test right away. Rotting Regisaur, I remember when I first saw that card, I was like, man, 7/6 for 3 mana with a bit of a drawback. I mean, that's pretty big, you know? Like, that's really, obviously, a push card. We haven't seen many, I don't know if we've seen any 3-mana creatures that have 7 power that are actually castable on turn 3, but, you know, it hasn't dominated any format it's been in. It's been a card that people have to take seriously, though.
Do you know what I imagine the Regisaur is screaming when I've cast it and it's been good for me? Because it's got the mouth wide open.
Yeah, mouth agape.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to your manager. I like to role play. A little bit.
Trust me, I know. I know. Oh, that's not it. All right, so now would be a good time to draw that red source, is what I'll say.
Your 3-mana card is up a card. My 3-mana card's I'm down a card. It's hard to say who's better.
This would be the turn. I think I discard the Castle Lockbane.
No, I think I discarded the Paragon.
Really? Oh, big fella.
Because I with Regisaur on the battlefield, I err towards just wanting to get my hand empty, so I'm just drawing wherever I cast. So if it's close at all, I would prefer to just have the land on the battlefield.
Interesting. Because I want to be able to play the Paragon on the end of turn and keep doing stuff.
I guess it comes down to what you think the value of the Paragon in here is. I guess it could be high.
I think it can be high just because my opponent can have Extinction Event and then I'm just kind of dead then. Whereas I think the Paragon at least lets me to continue to play, is what I'll say. Whereas
I think there's an argument for it. I don't know if Extinction Event's that case. I think it's marginal value. I guess if you still have the Embercleave in hand, maybe you could still backdoor with it.
Yeah, it might be able to steal one.
Yeah.
I mean, in any event, my prediction is still holding up. No second red source of mana yet. All right, we're going to sacrifice the Fabled Passage. Yeah, we are. All right. I've seen this one before. Powerful. Oh, I wouldn't attack with that land.
about to find out.
Snap you right off with that Paragon. I would not attack with that land. Oh. Ambush.
Boy, howdy.
Arr! Arr! Now, obviously, this could go horribly, because, like, if you block, and then you trade, and then your Regisaur gets eliminated, you probably get eliminated on this. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, time to hit the old Dusty Trail. There's the second red source.
Perfect.
Well, that's a word you can use. This is the nightmare scenario.
Yeah, so it's like a day late and $1 short in 5 different ways or whatever.
Yeah. This is a nightmare. You don't even want to play the Regisaur, but you have to, which means you're going to discard the Embercleave, which means you probably can't win unless you draw another Embercleave.
I mean, you have Castle. It's not like inconceivable.
Stop.
I guess the Castle. We're in Castle Regisaur. We never get to our main phase with the card in hand territory.
And your opponent has 8,000 mana. Yep, that's it.
Well, now we don't have to worry about anything.
Don't offer me Castle when there's a Nissa on the other side of the battlefield.
Do you have to emote to say odd with your Extinction event when they only have odd creatures, or does Arena take care of that for you?
I think Arena takes care of that for you.
It's a nice feature.
That's on the house.
I choose odd.
Well, there is Uro. Oh, nice. All right, well, you know, I might as well take a look on our way out the door. Oh boy.
Bangers.
Good game works for me. Emma Handy's out of here. I get that. Noam Zimet is going to win this match.